Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope you're all good. Spurs nil, Everton 1. Welcome to Spurschat. I'm joined by my co-host Charlie Hodges and Everton fan Marco Radici. You all right, Charlie? How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I've been better, but I'm all right.
Marco, how are you, mate? It's a good result for you, eh?
I'm over the moon, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy.
Yeah. What do you think? Richarlison early on should have been 2-3 nil.
I think, to be honest, we're a bit lucky that you lot didn't really push forward to get an equaliser. I know you did, but nothing. There weren't really many clear chances in the
I don't
second
think we
half.
ever did. I only like that's what
we were
surprised me.
we were just shocking. I think we were shocking.
I think
Yes,
if you push forwards, you didn't really. I think, yeah. Overall in the game,
There were times throughout the game I didn't even know Moura was playing half the time. He's supposed to be lightning fast. Wasn't a threat once. I just no threat at all. Kane, I think is Kane. Has he lost it? That's the question.
See. This is the thing. Half of Spurs fans think that like, oh, Kane's not actually that good, and all of this. I, after every Spurs game, just think I feel so sorry that Harry Kane has to play in our shit team. Like,
I think he's so good, but I was just thinking all those injuries. I blame Levy for him not being at it. I don't ever think he'll go back to being that player 2-3 years ago. And I think that's because Levy's just drained him for 3-4 years, playing him every single game, every Europa League, every Carling Cup, whatever game it is. He's drained him out. We've got no backup, and how we haven't had a backup since Llorente's left to now. The start of the whole year later, it baffles me.
But it doesn't need to be a good backup. Like it can be Llorente.
It can be anyone. It can be anyone.
Llorente.
Even when we had Troy Parrott, I was thinking he may not be great, but at least give Kane some time out.
So this Thursday, I don't even know where Plovdiv is. I don't know what country that's in. But Kane has
Bulgaria, I think Bulgaria.
Get on the plane, go to Bulgaria, get back at like 4 a.m. Then
and play again 2 days later.
We've got Southampton. That's not a game at all.
Do you not think there's a possibility of like Kane maybe leaving? Not this window necessarily.
I just don't know who's going to pay the money. I think he's world class. But I'm trying to think what system would he fit into.
Yeah,
I think
if Barcelona get into Depay, Real Madrid they're good with Benzema for the next few years.
Yeah,
I can't see him at PSG. I don't think he'd go to another. I don't think we let him go to another Premier League club.
No, we don't.
I don't know where he'd go.
We did Berbatov to a rival, and I don't think we'd do it anymore.
Yeah, no, Kane at United or something, that'd be stupid. That'd be so stupid.
But that's where he would want to go because he wants the Premier League record and that.
Yeah, he wants to get that Alan Shearer.
In the doc, he literally says to Jose, I know I'm like an elite player, but I want to be like Ronaldo, Messi, and if you play for Spurs, you're just not going to be that. You aren't.
Until we win that trophy. All right, let's start with the first half. Charlie, what do you think? Performance first half, just first half, first 45 minutes. What do you think?
Well, it's interesting because obviously Højbjerg had a mare overall, but literally the first 20 minutes, I texted you and I was like, he's actually looked alright. Like he's looked quite tired.
I thought the first half we weren't great. We were lucky to go in 0-0, but I thought we win the game.
We could have had a goal as well, though. I thought it should have been like 1-1 at half time.
Dele Alli could have scored.
Dele and
was that the first half or the second half?
Yeah, first half.
Yeah,
that could have been. That ball from Kane though literally just showed his ability. Like that little.
What about Everton, Mark? First half was that changed from last season for you?
I thought we were. Yeah, we were. You could see literally after 10 minutes how much of an improvement we were as a whole team. The biggest thing last season was our midfield was just absolutely shocking. There was
We've got to find a whole new midfield. That James, Decore, I thought looked good. Alan, what a player.
James.
I said it earlier. I was thinking Italian league. He's not going to fit in here. And the way he's just playing compared to Winks and Holberg, I'm thinking, how much you paid for him? Was it 30 mil, 25 mil?
25. I think it's like 20.
How we lost out on that, because I remember there was a time I think we were involved in that. We were trying to get him out.
We linked with everyone and then Nan. We just never signed them.
Yes.
The only reason we got him is Carlo.
He was at Napoli.
Yeah, Carlo, and then that's the same as Hammers, isn't it? He signed him everywhere.
There's no way that either of them are coming to us without Carlo.
And the same with Hammers. I thought Hammers. I thought he's off it last few years, and I thought he's a baller. I'm saying he's a baller.
He was the best player on the pitch.
He looked like a good player.
He looked so. I thought Premier League. I thought he won't be in. He won't be in this. He was a baller.
I had that slight little idea. Maybe Prem best league in the world. It might not even be the best move for him, considering he's kind of slumped in form over the last few years. But he looked good.
You can't tell that he hasn't been playing. He barely gets a game the last couple of years, and he just come in and he just controlled the midfield.
Yeah, I thought he looked like a serious baller.
All right, Hodge, let's talk about Ben Davies here. Personally, for me, I don't know. That first half, he lost the ball pretty much every time he had it. He put a ball in, didn't beat the first man. He was slow. I'm just thinking, why aren't we getting that regular on wherever his name is? And if he's been offered to us, if it seems to be true, why aren't we getting him?
That's so like genuinely, despite like obviously we were shit today. Facts, like that's not necessarily Jose's fault or the players, like everyone.
We'll go on to Jose. We'll go on to Jose.
I don't think it's one of those games you can be like, oh, it was the players or it was the manager. I think everyone got it wrong a little bit.
I think we just weren't ready.
Yeah, everyone got it a little bit wrong. But if we got a striker and that regular guy, however you say his name, a left back, I'd look at our squad and be like, that's all right.
Well, even that, what's the name from Leicester who scored today? Castan?
Yeah, we were in.
Yeah, he can play left and right back. And I was thinking, we were linked with him at one point and he looked class.
Yeah. Do you think it might be time to get Danny Rose back, like to start playing?
He's gone, mate. He hasn't even got a shirt number this year.
Yeah, they announced the squad number.
I think he's going to Genoa. Geneva.
Anything on Milan?
So who's your backup for Ben Davies?
Probably Tanganga or something.
Tanganga's like a utility defender. He can play anywhere across the back four.
Yeah.
But like Davies is in the group of players that actually aren't good enough to play with Spurs. Yeah, they're not good enough.
I don't think he's. And let's move on to our midfield then, because when I first saw the lineup, I saw Holberg, Winks, and Ali, and I thought, okay, that'll be fine because Ali can play that cam role and them two can sit. But I just think Winks and Holberg, they're the same player. I'm thinking when you look at Everton, you've now got Alan and Decore, and we're supposed to be Tottenham Hotspur, £1 billion stadium, challenging for this, and we've got Winks and Holberg, a player who wasn't even. I mean, he played for Southampton. He wasn't a star. Maybe their best player. But I'm trying to think, what are we doing here?
You think next game you probably go with Højbjerg and Sissoko? Or
I don't know. I don't see Højbjerg as. Is he going to take us to that next level? I don't know. He just looks like to me, he looks like kind of player that could play for Burnley or something like that and be a good player. Personally, I'm sorry, people are going to hate me for this because they all raving on about how he's got the most defensive stops last year, but he was playing at cam today. The amount of times he run forward like a box to box, what is his position? I'm confused.
Yeah, but like that. But
where does he play?
That's what all the commentators say, and I usually don't agree with anything that like Jamie Redknapp's a bellend when he's about.
Yeah, absolutely.
He chats a lot of wax, but today he was saying like, I don't know what the structure is of Spurs' team, and when we took Dele off.
Yeah, we were saying it's like he just put players on just to play. There was no tactics. I couldn't understand what was going on.
No, I had no.
I think Højbjerg as well would benefit a lot more from, like you said, Højbjerg and Winks just seem like very similar players. He needs someone that's maybe a bit bigger, stronger.
Or Lo Celso.
Yeah, Lo Celso. What's wrong? He's not fit. I was thinking maybe in Ndombele, but then when he came on, I'll be honest with you, he lost the ball about 5-6 times. His first touch, I thought, bang, he took on a player, passed forward, and I thought first, I was thinking, okay, we're missing this. And then he came on, he wasn't really running back. He let Richarlison just completely go through him at the end when was it Højbjerg that challenge. He lost the ball 3-4 times. I'm thinking, does he want to leave?
What position was he playing? He was kind of just all over the park.
It's the thing. Mourinho said before in a press conference that he's been working very, very hard. He's been like working to get into the team. Given a chance, then I don't know what. I think he's a cam, but I don't know if Mourinho wants to play him as a deep line midfielder. I don't know.
I think he wants him to sort of dictate the tempo and the play from a little bit deeper. But when he came on, obviously, like we're 1-0 down. He's got a step forward anyway. There was we had the ball on the right hand side, and I could see Ndombele walk on the far side of the pitch, walking back the other way, but just like strolling around. He didn't want the ball or anything. It's like that Burnley match that
it's like the same with the whole team. The amount of times Richarlison just got in that position on the left hand side, cut in and had a shot. About 4 or 5 times, that same shot was so close to going in. I'm just thinking, how are we letting him have so much space?
Yeah, but so the second one, Richarlison picked it up and drove for ages. Then Doherty literally just showed him and just let him have the shot. He didn't even. I
can't blame him because I think Doherty was just shattered. The amount of time. Do you reckon he was asked to play that kind of right wing role?
Yeah.
He was like a right forward at sometimes.
But that's part of that's part of Jose's system. He wants to have the 3 and the right back really high, and then the left back. So like left back, 2 centre backs in defence, and then the midfielder sits deep. He wants the right back to really push up. Like Aurier does.
It almost worked. I reckon he should score, but that was a great save from Pickford. I can't blame the shot because when I saw the shot in slow-mo, he hit it perfectly low.
He should have scored, but it was a very good save.
I don't like Pickford, but he played pretty well today. He played
against Ali as well. I thought it was a good save.
He was good, to be fair.
But like Son could have played Kane in much earlier, and
Mate,
Kane,
I
Kane
forgot
would have
Son was
scored.
playing at some point.
Huh?
I forgot Son was playing towards the end of the game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but not as much as Lucas.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, based on Son, let's talk about set pieces for a second for Spurs. Because Son took everything, took corners, his corners, they're better than Eriksen's, let's just say that. But his free kick delivery, I remember the one right before the half, is literally the 46th minute, get a ball in there, he passes it sideways to Winks, the ref blows the half-time whistle. I'm just thinking, what are you doing? And then I looked at Everton's goal. Was it Hammers who did delivery? Was that Ordinho? What a ball! And the back of that, Eric Dyer, should he have won that? I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh on him because I don't rate him.
For it, though. He was facing the other way, he didn't even jump.
That was a great header from Calvert-Lewin.
I want to actually also say something because obviously I don't know what we were doing defensively with our free kicks, and I feel like you lot should have really tried to take advantage.
Oh yeah, what was that? Because I heard Gary Neville was chatting about that. You were playing like 4 ahead of like 8 plays, but 4 on 4.
I've never seen that before, if I'm honest.
Oh, and I was thinking, if we get a higher ball in, we'll test that out, see if it works. And every single time, we couldn't beat the first man.
Yeah, I was quite agitated whenever you had like some sort of like free kick, and we came up with that really weird defensive positioning. I was thinking, yeah, you know what, Spurs could really trouble us, but you never really.
You think that was a free kick for the goal? I'll be honest with you, I was fuming. I don't know, Marco. Maybe you saw it differently, but to me, I thought I was just.
Wait, it was Richarlison that got fouled, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Richarlison.
Yeah, I mean, it was soft, but I don't know. It was soft.
That it shouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean? We should have set up. You shouldn't be scoring from that position. In my opinion, you should not be scoring from that position.
No, but you can't lose a game 1-0 and the goal be from a set piece.
It's not good enough.
That can't happen.
Did we even have a shot in the second half on target? I can't even remember.
No, but like I was looking at the stats before.
Yeah, that Lucas Moura head
shots, all of that. It's like Everton just were literally everything. They were better than us.
Their possession must be like 60-70%. We were awful.
Yeah.
Let's move on to half time. All right, so half time, come back, and I see Sissoko's warming up. I'm thinking, okay, he's taking Holbieg or Winks off.
Yeah.
Maybe Sissoko to be a bit more of a dominant midfield.
Driving.
And then Dele Alli. So we've now gone from having our only attacking option. He didn't play great in the first half. He didn't play badly. No one played.
He didn't stand out as bad.
Yeah, he didn't stand out, but he wasn't bad. So we take our only cam off the pitch who can cause any problems in the air on the ball, and we bring on Sissoko to have a 3 in the middle of Sissoko, Winks, and Holbieg. I'm sorry, that is shit.
Yeah.
That midfield is the driest midfield.
That's all Jose. That is on Jose.
I don't get that. What are we going to do with that? We're going to score a goal with that midfield? I don't understand.
Everyone in that team does pretty much the same thing. Like Sissoko can pick it up and drive forward a little bit more maybe. But when he's got Winks and Højbjerg next to him, he's got to pick it up and then play like wide or to Kane. But then there's no one with them. Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't understand that move. I was just thinking, the Delhi must be fuming. After seeing the second half and seeing no creativity, who went to Cam? What happened? Did Son drop in when Bergwijn came on?
It was a free roaming load of bollocks. No one knew what they were doing. Everyone was just running around. Kane just didn't get the ball.
I saw someone after the game on social media saying Jose's finished.
I don't know.
Yeah, people have been saying that since the day.
We can say this, but then watch how knowing Spurs, we've gone on a run of 6-7 wins playing shit, and then we're back in a race for top 4. We're doing all right. But I
don't get me wrong. Yeah, I don't think this game doesn't change anything about your season at all. I feel like it's just.
I was really positive because I was thinking we've got a fully fit team. We had the third best form, fourth best form since the break. I was thinking we're going to go in there, we're going to attack, we're going to play well, we're going to score goals, and we go back to playing how we did when Poch was the start of the season last year. And I'm thinking.
Marco's
right. We had a fully fit team besides maybe a couple players. No disrespect to Everton because you have a class team, but I was expecting a win today.
I thought you were going to win
always.
I told Charlie yesterday when I said my honest prediction is 2-0 Spurs.
Yeah,
I thought we'd win as well. I thought we'd get a couple goals and just sit part of the bus like Mourinho does, and I was shocked. That was awful display.
Marco's right.
Marco, I think that's a good pickup. That's another player I'd rather have over Holberg.
Say sorry.
Decore, what do you think of him?
I thought he looked good as well. I was very pleased with how he played. He's another player. Well, he got relegated last year, but he's He's definitely fit for the
He
Premier
scores
League.
quite a few goals. His stats are decent. What 17 goals in 40 games or something. It's not bad for a defensive midfielder.
Like in the first half as well. Like he luckily put a foot in to stop Lucas Moura going in on goal. I don't know if you remember that. It was off another corner, I think.
He was literally about to go through. He tapped it past Alan, I think, and then he was just literally minutes away.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mark, do you think?
So your defence was Keane and Mina, and I'm thinking. But when I see that on paper, as a Spurs fan, I'm thinking we've got Son, Moura, and Kane against Keane and Mina. Mina's I think is the right player. But Keane, I think
Michael Keane is shocking. He is.
Keane, he's not. It's normally it would be Holgate and Mina, but Holgate.
I'm thinking they had him on our strikers' pockets.
Yeah,
I love Kane. It's not necessarily Kane's fault, but Moura, Kane, Son, none of them, they didn't trouble him once. Literally, it was like a pre-season game for Everton.
Kane's a sort of player where he's obviously world class, not a shadow of a doubt, but he does need more help from his players.
Yeah, I think that's why we need. That's why, as much as Ollie Watkins, maybe fee was hefty, and maybe I don't agree with paying 30 mil, but if we had an Ollie Watkins come off the bench, Kane wins the headers, he runs off it. Ollie Watkins kind of player that would have a field day with Keane. Do you know what I mean? He would just tap the ball and he'd be past him in a second. And I'm thinking,
I disagree with that.
We have nothing off the bench. But Bergwijn came on, but I think he should have been starting. But again, he came on, didn't really do much. But
he's got to be starting. We can't keep starting Lucas. We can't keep starting Lucas. Like Lucas is the sort of player that should play on Thursday night. Lucas should play against Cardiff so Bergwijn can rest.
He's a great player to come on with 15, 20 minutes left, and he brings that speed and adrenaline and all that stuff. But he's not a starter. Last year, he played the most games for us the whole year. He scored 2 goals or something like that.
Is he literally just living off that Champions League semi-final?
I think he is. I think he is.
Among Spurs fans, he definitely does.
Yeah. If that game didn't occur, I'm sorry, but there'll be a lot of people thinking he's like another Lamella. I mean, not that level, but he's the same kind of player. They don't. What do they offer to the team? I don't know.
I get you started on Lamella, honestly.
I don't know. I'm glad he wasn't playing.
He was on the bench, was he?
That's where he should stay. He should never play. He'll play on Thursday night though. Watch. He'll play Thursday.
All right. Let's go to team ratings. Player ratings. Let's start with We'll try to be fair. Marco, you can put your input as well. Lloris.
I don't think he did much wrong, personally. He didn't
really have much to do.
Standard 6.
Yeah, I'd give him like.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him any higher. All right, Doherty.
He got forward and he was dangerous.
Well, he did well with tackling, but I think on the defensive side he was beat against Richarlison every single time. Every single time.
It's a tough job, but like I've still got him in. I can't get over the way he let cut in and how lazy it was.
Yeah. Every time. I'm surprised with Richarlison. He missed about 3 of the exact same shot.
I thought he should at least dispatch one of them at least.
Yeah, he was quite poor. Getting the positions.
Yeah, Richarlison. I can't believe he didn't square it at the end. He had so much time. He could have literally taken a touch and walked it into the goal. I was shocked.
He lost his composure, honestly.
I was shocked.
Composure.
So what are we saying, Doherty? 6? Nothing higher?
5.
5?
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
Eric Dyer, my favourite. I'll be honest with you, he didn't. Yes, he lost out on headers. He wasn't atrocious. He didn't do anything that led to an outright mistake. He lost the ball a couple of times, but I'd have Sanchez over him any day of the week, to be honest with you. But
I don't understand why it's not Toby and Davinson.
Yeah. Even from the documentary, he said, remember the first episode, he was like, Dyer, he's a good player, eh? He loves Dyer. Yeah. He wants to sign him at United. He wants him.
I don't think he's a starting centre-back yet.
How come he just like switched to a full-time centre-back onto
Mourinho? Because I think Mourinho knows he's not good enough to play midfield.
He isn't, no. He's nowhere near good enough on the ball.
He had that one season when he first started. The first couple of years, he was a great player. And then I think it was an injury something that had happened to him. And then he had about 3-4 injuries in a row, didn't he? He had like his...
United wanted him. Wanted like 50 mil for him because Kyle Walker baited it out on one of Delhi's Instagram lives saying that Dyer wanted to join United. So everyone was interested in him. But I don't know what's happened to them. Maybe it is injury.
Saying 5, 6?
6.
5.
All right, same with Toby.
Yeah, I couldn't distinguish between the two.
Honestly, Alderweireld I'd give a 5. I think as well, even at the end, with like in the second half especially, I feel like Calvert-Lewin was winning a fair bit things off the air, like where I think
I rate
like,
Calvert-Lewin.
I think Calvert-Lewin is a very underrated striker. What did last season score? 14
He's on
goals?
and off. Honestly, he is on and off. Today he like held the ball up well, but sometimes he can literally just be an absolute passenger.
Do you think that your long-term striker is Calvert-Lewin? Do you think Ancelotti is going to try and get his countryman Moise Kean to?
I think they could both play up top together, rotate.
Moise Kean he needs more chances. He's the one. He'll be playing in all the Carabao Cups and all of that.
You're playing in Salford.
He was class at Juventus. He was scoring a lot of goals at Juventus.
There's a player in there. There's definitely a player in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 20 years old. He's like a year older than us. I've got faith in Ancelotti to get the best out of him. But like, give it a few more seasons. Wait for Calvert-Lewin to really do something wrong to take him out the team.
Right. What are we saying, Ben Davies? I'm not going to be too harsh on him.
I didn't think he did too badly.
I was watching him closely because I don't particularly like Davies, but I was watching him and he seemed. I don't know whether he lacks confidence to go forward. Does he not trust his ability? Because I've never seen him take on a player. He plays so safe, which isn't a bad thing. But all I see him do, pass sideways or down the line every now and again, cross the ball in about 5 minutes too early, hits the first man, and then every time you have someone on the right wing, I knew he's gonna get beat.
No, I don't expect anything from him. That's why I wouldn't even give him like that lower rating for the game.
He's a backup for a club of our stature and what we want to achieve. But he's a backup left back.
Yeah. I agree.
Would you say? Sorry, going back to what we were saying earlier. Who's your main left back target?
I think it has to be what's in the market. It has to be that Sevilla.
Reguilon, yeah. It's from Real Madrid.
He looks decent. Fabrizio Romano was saying in a Spurs podcast, he's saying that he thinks he's one of the best upcoming left backs, and apparently he's been offered to both United and Spurs and Chelsea. So it's just a matter of who's taking him. I don't know what the issue is.
It's 30 million. United are refusing to pay the 30 million.
Apparently they're only using United to draw interest in Spurs as a tactical way to do that. But I don't know.
That happens quite a lot. That's what Thiago is trying to do with United to get to Liverpool, to try and make Liverpool pay the money.
I find that one a bit odd. That I know that this is touching away, but that Thiago situation is very odd.
He's only got like a year contract. That's why.
Yeah, Wijnaldum's staying now, though. That's the thing.
Is he? He's not going to Barcelona.
Now stay.
I don't know where I saw it, but
Debutant Holberg, however you say it, wasn't the greatest show of what he has to offer. But I'm not gonna rule him out straight away because he's got no one played particularly well, but I wasn't overly. It's just because when I've gone and seen what Alan and Decore have done, and I'm looking at who we've signed, I'm just thinking, what are we missing?
Yeah, I would mean, like you said, it was his first game, so you can't, every player, no matter who they are, needs time to adjust.
Yeah,
and like Mourinho wouldn't have signed him if he didn't rate him and see something that he could like work out.
When you think about it, was it £3 million when you think about the Cole going the other way?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
give him a 5. I give him a 5.
It's terrific. I'd give him a 4.
Won't go Winks and Dele because they came off quite early. Mora, 5. I wouldn't give him much more.
5, yeah.
Son, I expected more from Son. Pre-season, he was bagging in. I know he was against shit teams, but he was active. He was bagging in goals.
He looked really sharp. He looked good.
I came here thinking he's going to cut him from that left, cut him from the right, shoot.
He was.
I think he cut him once. He got blocked off on the defenders. That looked like he was going in, but
Coleman did very well today against him. To be fair to him,
I thought it's literally within 10-15 minutes of when the game started. I thought, you know what, Son, Coleman, that battle will literally decide the game. And I'm surprised you didn't really give the ball more to Son, or you couldn't find.
I thought Coleman's he's not particularly fast, is he, or is he?
Pardon?
Coleman, is he really fast? Is he, or is he like a?
He's lost it. Well, remember he had a leg. He used to be very quick. Yeah. He broke his leg, so he's lost a bit on his half-yard of pace. But yeah, I did still expect Son to get the better of him. Put it that way.
Son used to, like even last season, he'd pick up the ball, run it at the fullback, then cut in on his right or beat him on the left and get a shot off. Today he never got the ball and ran at him, because I would back Son over Coleman if Son was going at him consistently. But he never did it. He didn't create a thing. He didn't try anything.
Lastly, Harry Kane didn't.
I don't know. See, I'm a massive Harry Kane fan.
I do love him. He wasn't his best game, but it wasn't a game where we can really judge anything because he didn't really get chances.
Yeah, but how many
I
times has that
probably
happened? It's like, oh, Kane's got no service today, but people criticise him for it. Like he drops in deep.
I'll give him a 5-6. He wasn't any worse, any better than players on the pitch, but he had some good link-up play. He moved the ball very well. People forget he's actually very good as a, creating chances.
Exactly, but
he's not just a goal scorer.
That's why he drops in. But he doesn't get the service. He drops into that midfield role.
He's so good at doing that one-time pass. Yeah.
But like fans criticise him when he drops in too deep, saying he should be up front. He can't just wait around up front for the ball to come to him. Sometimes you've got to affect the game outside of your position and drop in a bit deeper.
All right, lads, let's end it up with our Premier League predictions. We'll go each do our top 4, and then we'll end on who we think's going to get Golden Boot.
And relegated. I want to hear relegation as well.
Do you want to lead us off? Top 4, and then who you think's going to get Golden Boot?
Okay, so obviously I don't want Liverpool to win the league. Actually, judging off yesterday, I actually don't know if
they're looking shaky.
I agree.
Defensively poor. I mean, obviously they're still a world class team. Let's not deny that. But
you got first then.
I think City are going to win the league.
Yeah.
If they can stop losing games, stupidly. I know it sounds easy, but if they can stop losing games stupidly, they've got their bench could win a league if it was.
They've got the best squad in the world. They have the best football ability, best squad in the world. But like
their whole bench would start for us. I'm not even saying that in a disrespectful way to Spurs, but their bench would start for us.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%.
So City first. You got second.
Quality as well. I think Liverpool will get second.
Okay. Third.
I think third Chelsea.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are thinking this year.
Fourth, United, but
I think United. I thought you were going to say.
No. But I do think I know you guys won't want me to say this. I think Arsenal are going to push for fourth as well. I don't think they'll get it, but I think they'll push.
They looked good against Fulham, but then I think it's Fulham, and they weren't even playing their best team with Mitro and Areola on the bench. But okay, Charlie, what about you? Go on, 1 to 4. Oh yeah, sorry, who's your Golden Boot? Aubameyang, I'm guessing.
Golden Boot.
A big Aubameyang fan.
I think Aubameyang. Yeah.
Aubameyang or Salah, most people would say.
Yeah.
Salah hat-trick first game anyway. Go on, Charlie.
My top 4 is identical to Marco's. I think United.
I think a lot of people are thinking that.
Yeah, I mean Liverpool though, I would suggest that they could drop down to third, not just second, because I think momentum is so important in football, especially for certain teams. And
it seems like they've just kind of relaxed a bit since they've won the league. The relief, and they're just thinking, all right.
Yeah, last season, until they mathematically won the league, they stayed on it and they were class. But then they won it.
They haven't improved their squad.
City battered them.
Yeah.
And after that, they drew to Burnley, they drew to Everton. Yeah,
they just about beat Villa a last minute 2 goals.
They didn't they didn't maintain that afterwards.
Yeah.
And obviously they fucked up the Champions League as well. Klopp's going to want to sort that out. So they definitely won't retain a title for me.
Yeah. And Golden Boot.
Every time I hear Golden Boot, I want to say Harry Kane, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think our league form will be as good as our competition form. I really think we're going to win a trophy.
Couldn't care less.
I think it pains me to say if he's a class player. I think Aubameyang will get it.
Yeah.
Arteta's got a good project going on. He's got a really good project going on there. I like the way they look. Hopefully, Olienko will start.
He's learned a lot from Pep, hasn't he? Pep was saying he's a class.
He's very young. He'll be there a long time.
Actually, on what you were talking about Liverpool, do you not think that certain Liverpool players will kind of lack a bit of hunger and determination based on the fact that most of them have literally just won both the biggest competitions?
I feel like they need a striker. I know they will say Firmino, he links up all this and all that, but I think if they had a Suarez type player from a few years ago with Salah and Mane, I think, my God, they would be deadly.
If they had a deadly 9, if they had Harry Kane,
with that pace, draw it back to Kane, tap-ins, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Exactly. Yeah.
By yours, what are you saying?
I'm saying... no, I'm not sure. I was thinking I'm realising that's probably a rash. I'll go City first, Chelsea second, Liverpool third. I had Spurs fourth originally, but after today I'm changing that. No way. I'm going to go... I hate to say this. I think Arsenal fourth.
Do you think Arsenal over United?
I don't know. I just feel like the way Arsenal, they won the FA Cup, they won the I know it's a Community Shield, but they're winning. They're getting better.
The big game against the league champions, and
that Gabriel, as much as I hate to say it, he looks good. If they can get Saliba, whatever his name is, to be good, their defense is sorted. Their midfield is decent, and their front three is, I think, on par with ours.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, yeah, is that everything? Sweet. Cheers for listening.
I'm curious, actually. Where do you lot think we'll finish?
Oh, Everton.
I put you best of the rest. I put you. I think
I put you something like 8th or 9th. But I'm not gonna lie to you. After the signings, I'm thinking. I think you could challenge for a top 6 spot. Really, I don't know if you'll get it, but I think you can challenge.
It's a very open league.
I think you've got a better team than Wolves. I do. I think you've got a better team than Wolves.
I do think.
On paper.
I do think if you look 10 years ago, how much better the lower league teams are. It's incredible.
Oh mate, it's. I think the league is so much better now. You've genuinely got about 8 teams that are good enough to get top 4.
This year, you've got the big 6. Wolves this year don't have Europa League. You've got to bear in mind, Wolves finished 7th last year.
Yeah, they actually got Europa, but Arsenal knocked them out.
They finished 7th, but they started the season in August with all the qualifiers that we have now, and they still managed to finish 7th. They've got no Europe this year. Yeah. Wolves could break through Everton, not just based off today, but also on paper, which is all you can really go off. They look good. There's 8 teams that they could all finish anywhere.
It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be a great Prem season, even if it's without fans.
It's going to be more entertaining. Everyone's going to be beating everyone like it was when we were younger. It's not. I don't think it'll be this 2-horse dominance. I think
that Leeds game summed it up. I mean, who would have thought Leeds would even be in with a chance of that game? I mean, I was on my phone. I checked half time, 3-2. I was thinking, what a cracking game first week.
Yeah. Sheffield United as well. You don't know what they're going to be like this season. Will
they go back to how they were last year? Will they struggle? I don't know.
Who have they bought this summer?
They bought Jaden Bogle and
the wing back from Derby.
From Derby, which is it's clever science because they know that their defence.
They're both cracking fullbacks.
Yeah, Jaden Bogle's a class player. Good player.
I think Sheffield they're a well-run team. It's just the problem with Chris Wilder is I think he suits a team like Sheffield. If he went to a team like Spurs or Arsenal, I just don't think. I don't know what he could do with the top level players because he relies on getting the best out of average players to their maximum potential.
Like Sean Dyche at Burnley.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Burnley are
Burnley finished.
Burnley, they're always written off. They get results.
Yeah, they finished 10th last year.
They're boring to watch. They get results.
I'm pretty sure Burnley have been in my relegation predictions for about 3 years.
They're always seen as a mid-table team to me, but every year they're always up there, creeping up to top 8.
So finally, actually, what do you lot think about the cup? Who's going to win the cup? The UK Cup competitions.
I think I predicted earlier on my Instagram. I think that Spurs will win the FA Cup, and I think we'll get to quarters of semis on the Europa League, or vice versa. I just really think we're going to win something because I think. Even from the documentary, he wants to win something. And if that means forgetting about the league, I think he's going to go for winning something. And something with Jersey with knockout tournaments, I just think it's different. I think he knows how to do things.
He sort of has to win something, though.
Yeah.
He can't come to
He's won everything in the second year, every single club. If he can't win it with us, I think it's a problem at Spurs. Yeah. Honestly.
It's not him. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's won everything in his second year, every single club. Even that year where United fans slated him, he won him a League Cup and a Europa League. I mean,
I would take that. Any day of the week.
Didn't they finish?
We'd be having parades over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Who's going to win the League Cup, the FA Cup?
I think I can just see United just randomly winning the League Cup because other teams won't take it seriously. But I think I do back in the Europa League simply because in the FA Cup we still have to play in the final, semi-finals, City, Chelsea, Liverpool. I wouldn't back us. We bottled it twice in the semi-finals.
Yeah, we got 2 semi-finals in a row. We couldn't win neither.
Yeah, they weren't special. The current squads are better than them. But the best teams will play are like Sevilla, who I'm not disrespecting. They're good teams, but they're not.
They'd probably beat us on our day.
Yeah, of course. But it's easier to beat them than it is City.
Yeah, especially the knockout, 2-leg knockout. We can get.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree 100%.
Europa League's our best chance for a trophy, I think.
I guess you've always got those whoever comes third. There's always those really.
Yeah, the Champions League jammy guys.
Yeah, that's the only problem. But I think Spurs still do have a chance of definitely having a good season and winning some silverware, 100%.
I'll take top 6 and a trophy.
All day, every day, all day.
I feel like at this point, I mean, you lot have won a trophy way more recently than we have. Like, what was it 2008? You lost one. Was it
Ireland Cup.
Yeah, for like it's been 1995 for us. So like, I feel like
Everton. If you dedicate yourself to a League Cup, I know it's nothing fancy, but I think that's the kind of thing that you could win with your squad now.
I don't think right now beggars can't be choosers. Any trophy will do.
Trophy.
Any trophy will do.
All right. Cheers, Marco, for joining us. Everton fan. Thank you, Charlie. Be back.
Pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure.
What's our next game?
Plodiv on Thursday, then Southampton away on Sunday.
We'll be back for Southampton. We're not going to bother with the Plodiv nonsense.
We can do both together.
We can do both. This will be the only time it's going to be on a video call. Next time we'll be together. So it's all good. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Cheers, lads. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Charlie.
Pleasure.